Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video, we're going to continue with the Baby Monster individual readings, and as we are going in age order, this is Pharita's individual reading. I hope I said her name right. I looked at the Hangul and I was like, I think that's how you pronounce it, so yeah. In this video, for those of you that do not know, we're going to check 4 different areas of her life, which will be her current energy, her career, her love life, and then any healing messages that come through. And in the description below, I will have the timestamps in case you want to jump around in the video, and if not, I will just start with her current energy. Okay, so let's see what's going on with her current energy. What is going on with her? The first card that came out is the Four of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And 3 cards just came out together, so let's check those out. We have the King of Pentacles reversed with the 7 of Pentacles reversed, and then the 5 of Pentacles upright. So it seems like right now she's going through a bit of a rough time. The 4 of Cups here is a distraction, and the reason why that is because the 4 of Cups usually talks about someone that may be a bit bored, or someone that is looking away from the direction of spirit. And here you can't see it, but usually the imagery for the 4 of Cups is a person that is like sitting on the ground, leaning on a tree, and they're looking like to like one direction, and then behind the tree you see like this hand that is coming out of like nowhere, and it's supposed to symbolize spirit offering this 4th cup. And one of the things about the 4 of Cups is that it could show someone that is bored or is distracted because everything in their life is pretty stable, everything is decent, it's okay, so everything is calm enough that nothing is going on. And the distraction part of the 4 of Cups could also mean that someone is very preoccupied with other things, so they're not seeing how spirit or the universe is offering something to them. So I do feel that for Pharita, currently she may feel like a bit bored, like maybe she feels like every day is the same. She feels like she may feel like she's in a routine where everything is very like it has plateaued somehow. And the other card that kind of shows that is the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy, and with it in reverse, it kind of shows that right now she feels like nothing is going the way that she wants it or that she expects it. Like, the best way I can explain this, because the Wheel of Fortune does talk about destiny and fate and like getting things moving, and with it in reverse, there is a chance that she's working towards a goal and she feels like she's not getting the results that she wishes she could get out of it, or she's working very hard in her everyday routine and schedule to the point that she feels like she's running in place. She's not really getting anywhere, or she may feel like the routine that she's going through right now is something that is just boring and overwhelming and tiresome. So she may feel a bit overworked at the moment, or she may just feel this sense of like whatever it is that she's doing right now, she may feel like it has no consequence, or she may feel like it will mount into nothing. So she may feel a bit discouraged at the moment. Now the other cards that we have right here, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy, and the key word here is security, but it's reverse. We have the 7 of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And then the 5 of Pentacles. So I actually want to start with the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is lack energy. It's someone that feels like they've been left out on their own. They feel like the universe does not have their back, or their spiritual team is not there with them. And if we combine this with the Wheel of Fortune reverse and also the 4 of Cups, it seems very clear to us what's going on here. And what I mean is that right now she may feel like she has to do everything on her own, and that she has to fend out for herself and her dreams and her goals and her vision. Whatever she's working on in this lifetime, she may feel like she just has to do everything on her own, that she can't rely on anyone, and that there's no one out there to support her or help her. But I do want you guys to keep this in mind, that this doesn't mean that there's no one out there, because the 4 of Cups kind of show us why she feels like she has to do everything on her own. And again, she's distracted. She doesn't see that there's something out there for her. There is good luck on the way. It's just that everything is paused. Like, whatever she feels she deserves, or whatever she feels like she's working towards but not getting there, that feeling comes out of, wait, let me get my thoughts together. Like, there's something out there for her and she's just not really getting it yet, or she, like, her hard work, she feels like it's not paying off, or she feels like she's been trying to manifest something and it's not coming into fruition. And she's so, the Wheel of Fortune reverse kind of shows that there's like a pause. I can't tell you why there is a pause, because the cards don't tell me that. As much as it just tells me that this hiccup or this slowing down of events in her life is bringing her a lot of frustration, especially with the Seven of Pentacles reverse. The Seven of Pentacles reverse could talk about someone that is very impatient. Like, to me, it's very clear as well. So since she's distracted, she doesn't see that there's good fortune and there is something out there for her. So whatever she's manifesting, it is happening. It is out there for her, but there is a bit of a delay, and that delay could be bringing a lot of doubts and worries for her at the moment, and that will bring her a lot of, as in it says right here, insecurity, frustration, and this feeling of having to do everything on her own comes from her inability to trust that things will work out for her at the end of the day. So there is a sense of, like, if she's manifesting something, she feels like she needs to take control over everything in such a way that she's not allowing for there to be space for the universe to do what they have to do. And I don't think there's necessarily anything bad in the sense of, like, what she's doing is not delaying further her dreams, as much as it's just bringing unnecessary burdens for her, and that could just be tiresome and exhausting for her. But aside from that, I don't think it's necessarily delaying her manifestations any further than what is already being delayed. I do feel that if there's a pause in her dreams and in her goals, it's because of external factors. So maybe the people that she's going to end up working with are not in the right place or the right time, or maybe what she wants to manifest in her life, the foundation is not quite set. So there's external factors outside of her control that kind of need to be put into place before things get going again. And it feels like currently she's just frustrated that whatever she's working on, she can't really see how it's going to pan out into anything. The Seven of Pentacles usually shows someone that has planted the seeds and they're just waiting for their hard work and their hard labor to bear fruit. So I do feel that, and it talks about patience. So with it being reversed, it just kind of shows that right now she can't really, it says vision, so she can't really visualize her future in a positive outlet right now, because she just can't see how her hard work is going to pay off, basically. And the King of Pentacles reversed just kind of shows that she doesn't feel like a King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is supposed to be Capricorn energy, as I said earlier. And it's supposed, since it's Pentacles energy, it talks about finances, it talks about money, it talks about career, health, work. So this tells me that this, and the King is supposed to be like the mature, all-knowing of sorts of energy. So there's this sense where she feels like she's not where she wants to be in life in regards to her career. And that's why this King of Pentacles is reversed. Like, maybe she doesn't feel financially stable, or she may feel like her career is not in a stable standing, or she feels that there's still a lot of work and a lot of effort and time that she has to put into her career, finances, or health in order to be at the place that she wishes she could be. So she seems to be a very ambitious person since the King of Pentacles is here, but it being reversed just shows me that she's just not in the place where she feels comfortable, or she's just not in a position where she feels like she is on the top of her game. There is a sense where she is aware that she still has a long journey ahead of her before she reaches whatever her goals and dreams are when it comes to her career specifically. And seeing all the pentacles that we have here is like, wherever it is that she feels like she's lacking, she's overcompensating by doing more than she needs to. I do feel that there's not really a way she can speed up her success, or there's not really much that she can physically do in order to make her dream come true. And by this, I mean that there's not really a very straightforward way of her to start seeing results in her career. I think if she works on herself, her way of viewing things, and her way moving forward in her career, it will benefit her a lot in the long run. But I don't think there's something that she can do right now to start seeing the results that she visualizes, or the results that she wishes she could get. So what I'm saying is that the only thing that is within her power right now is to continue in her journey and continue with the process of manifesting her dreams. But it will take a while for her to start seeing results raking in. I think she's still in the very early stages of whatever goals she has in mind. But I do feel that she's very ambitious, so she may be a bit hard on herself when it comes to goals. And by that is like, she may find it kind of hard to enjoy the scenery surrounding her journey, meaning that every day that she's working towards this goal, it just feels like a routine, and it can feel boring to her because she's very laser focused on this goal that is kind of like she's sprinting forward, but it's a whole marathon. So I hope she doesn't exhaust herself by overthinking or being super worried about something that is outside of her control anyway. So yeah, the best thing she can do right now is focus on her skills and focusing on the journey and preparing for the journey. But she shouldn't be too worried about the results quite yet. I don't think there's any sense of failure. There is no sense of, there's like no warning that things will not go out her way, as much as like there's just a hiccup, or there is a bit of a pause in her journey. And I think it's just part of the process. I don't think it's because there's anything going wrong. The last thing I'm going to say is that the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card, so that it also kind of shows that she's going through a process that is going to be a very big deal for her, or it's like a very big dream of hers moving forward, and she just feels like she's not very fortunate because things have just been still. But again, it's not because there's nothing wrong, it's just part of the process. Like, the pieces are just not in the right place, but it's not because she's delaying it in any way, shape, or form. In case she was worried about that, right? But let's go on to her career and figure out what's going on with Pharita's career. We have movement. And we have balance. So we have 2 green cards. So that automatically makes me think of the heart chakra. And with movement and balance, there is a sense of whatever is within her control, she should push forward. And whatever isn't within her control, then she should take a step back and try to relax or reground her energy. The movement card automatically makes me think of the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is fast forward movement, is things happening quickly, things moving forward. It could also talk about travel. And the 8 of Wands also makes me think of laser focused energy. So it's like you finally think of your goal, you focus and plan surrounding that goal, and then you're able to put all your attention and energy into that, into the action necessary to achieve that goal. So this movement card tells me that in her career, like, all her focus is on her career right now. That is her priority. That is where all her energy is going towards. That's where all her mind, planning, and attention is going as well. And with the balance card, I do feel that if anything, life is just telling her to make sure that she's not overworking herself, that she's not overthinking things, and that she's not worrying about things that are outside of her control. Also, I wanted to mention that all of the dots that we see behind the movement card and half of the balance card has all these dots makes me think of a distraction. It makes me think of white noise. It makes me think of this overwhelming feeling of noise. So I do feel that in her career, her environment is either very busy or very distracting for her. And when I mean distracting is that it doesn't allow her to have the peace of mind to relax and think of herself, or to be able to reflect upon her actions or reflect on her life. And I do feel that such a busy life that she's living with her career right now could be something that is tipping her off balance a little bit. And one of the best ways I can describe this is that maybe external expectations are fogging or influencing her in thinking that she is not succeeding, or thinking that she's not moving forward in a successful manner. And in this case, it's like maybe people are busy with like numbers, busy with business, busy with we want this type of result, and maybe they're kind of influencing her way of measuring or understanding her own success and her own growth as an individual. As I mentioned earlier, we saw this green and I thought of the heart chakra. So I do feel that in her career, she is putting her heart, body, and soul. Like she is putting all of her in her career. And as she's prioritizing that area of her life the most, I do feel that she may put a lot of weight in what value her career puts in her. I hope I didn't have the right words to describe this, but what I mean is like if her career is not doing well, then she may feel like that takes away of the value she has as a person. And the reason why this could be is because she is putting a lot of importance on her career right now. So all I'm saying is like if her career is not giving any sort of result according to other people, then she may take it very personally, because again, she is putting a lot of energy into this area of her life. She is being very genuine, and she truly wants to succeed in her career, and she is being very genuine and sincere and honest about her career. So what this makes me think is that she really does want to be an artist, and of course she wants that to succeed. And if she feels like this is her calling, or this is some sort of part of her life purpose, then I do feel that she does take it a bit more personally if things don't work out for her. And again, the outside influence that other people may have of like, this is what it looks like and this is what it means to be successful in this area or in this career or in this industry, then I do feel that she's taking it a little bit too close to her heart. But let's see what else the Oracle has to say about her career. And one more. So we have okay, trap, and withdrawal. So this makes me think that she may feel a bit overwhelmed. Like even if she's trying to be okay, she feels overwhelmed. But I want one more card. Yeah, the withdrawal card tells me that she's overworking herself to the bone. The trap card makes me think that she feels like she does not have control over her career. Again, the whole idea that we saw in her current energy of feeling like she is just in this routine and just walking in place. Like she's not really moving forward despite how much time and effort she puts into her career. But let's look at the other cards that came out. We have relaxation with peace, tranquility, and easiness. We have reservation with desire, worth, and extravagance. Like she really wants to show off in her career and like say, I am successful, I am achieving these goals. Again, she's super ambitious with the King of Pentacles. And we have adventure with explore, passion, and travel. So the adventure card automatically makes me think of the Fool in Tarot. And the Fool is card number 0, or the first card in the Major Arcana, which is supposed to symbolize a new journey, a new beginning. It shows someone that takes all of the things that they need to move forward, and they're taking this leap of faith into the unknown. And it's also supposed to show how a person feels ready because they trust in spirit. They trust that they will be guided. They trust that they're going to end up in the right place in the right time to move forward in this new journey that is filled with mystery but also filled with a promising future. Now, with the cards that we have right here, it makes me think that she is like, this relaxation card tells me that whenever she has free time, all she's doing is getting more knowledge, either doing research to understand the industry that she's in, or she just continues practicing a lot. this book doesn't make me feel like she is actually taking some leisure time. It makes me think that whenever she has any sort of a break, all she's doing is continuously working and focusing on her career. So while other people during their break maybe go out to eat or maybe go to sleep or concentrate on their hobbies, what she does in her free time is just continue improving on her skills, maybe working on her facial expressions, maybe working on her dance, maybe working on her singing, or maybe she does research to get tips on how she can be a bit more successful in her career. So when she's not actually relaxing in her career. But the other thing that I'm also getting is that she may really enjoy her work, and if that's the case, when she has a bit of a break, she's still working because her hobbies are surrounded, or her hobbies are connected to her career. So if she really likes to sing, when she has a bit of a break, she's still practicing. So she's not really resting. I don't think she has reached the point where her hobbies start to not be hobbies anymore because they just remind her of work. I don't think she's there yet, but I do feel that if she doesn't actually allow her mind to relax, it may reach that point where the things that she used to enjoy just become a bit of a burden because it's so closely connected to what she does every day in her career. I'm not saying that she will stop enjoying her hobbies as much as I'm just saying that it could become a bit less enjoyable because the lines between work and entertainment start getting blurry. Now, the card that I haven't really talked about is the reservation card. Again, this just makes me think that she's extremely ambitious. Her career is her pride and joy. Her career is something that she really loves. It's her passion. It's what she is focusing on and putting a lot of her time and energy, as I mentioned earlier. And this reservation card just makes me think that it is one that she loves to show off. So what I mean is like she puts a lot of hard work into it, and she loves to tell other people or show other people how well she's doing in this area of her life, because this is where all her blood, sweat, and tears kind of goes into. She is very proud of her career, and that is something she will continue nourishing and working on so it flourishes into the vision that she has for her career. That's the best way I can describe that. Yeah. Again, my only fear with her career is that she may put a lot of her self-worth and value, it is highly, her self-worth and the value that she sees in herself is being highly influenced by her career. And unfortunately, she is in an industry that can be quite brutal. So I do hope that she doesn't take things as personally as the cards kind of show. She seems to still be okay and happy, but I do hope that it doesn't reach a point where if people start talking badly or start putting too much pressure on her, I hope it doesn't break her down because of how much weight she puts in her career. Anyways, let's look at the tarot to see if there's any further information we need to know about her career. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. And I'll take them. We have the Seven of Cups, the High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Cups reversed. The Seven of Cups reversed tells me that she knows exactly what she wants to do in her career. The Seven of Cups usually talks about having many different options, and some of those paths, those potentials, those options could be good, some could be bad. And I think that's why the word delusion is here. It's like some could be like fool's gold, like it's very glittery, it's very shiny, it seems like it's very good, but at the end of the day it's not, it's worth nothing. So I do feel that the Seven of Cups reverse just kind of shows that she is not concerned with other potentials. She's not concerned with other paths and other journeys. She's laser focused on only one thing in her life. So whatever path she has decided on for her career, she's like, I'm going to stick to this and I'm just going to work on that. So she could be, not only is she very ambitious, but she could also be very laser focused, or kind of like, if she chose on a path, she will see it through till the bitter end. So and that is kind of good, because that shows that she's very determined and she won't give up as easily. But I do hope that she still allows for the flexibility for her goals to manifest in a different way if it boils down to it. So I hope she's not like set too hard on like, this is how I visualize my future and this is how I'm going to manifest it and this is the only way it can become a reality. I hope she still practices enough of a flexibility to allow for opportunities to present themselves to her, and she takes those opportunities, and because they could lead her towards her goal and towards her ambitions in unexpected ways. We have the High Priestess, and here it says inner voice. This tells me that in her career, she could be quite spiritual. She is aware of her potential. She is aware of her subconscious. She knows that what she deeply thinks about things in her life. So she may have done some shadow work. She may have done some work to have a deeper understanding of who she is as a person and what her desires are in life. And the High Priestess usually talks about your untapped potential or being able to manifest from the subconscious. So I do feel that she has explored this side of herself. So she is aware of what she wants subconsciously. In other words, it's like on the surface, she is aware of what her goals are, but then she has done the in-depth work of understanding why she wants to accomplish those goals in her life. So she has an idea of what her or of what she wants. She has visualized her future, and she has an idea of what she wants for that. But she also has a very good understanding of the reasoning behind what she desires and what she wants. And by having that, it makes it easier to sometimes have the flexibility that I was talking about earlier, because then she knows that there's not like, since she knows the essence or the feeling behind what she wants in life, it makes it easier to also kind of just use, in this case, her intuition to better understand what opportunities will be the most beneficial for her. Which opportunities will help her with her growth as a person, that will in its end get her one step closer towards her goals and dreams. Also, I feel that she's so intuitive that with this Nine of Cups, she is aware that her dreams will come true, and she's also aware that her desires are possible and that her hard work will get her there. The fulfillment in the Nine of Cups just talks about emotional fulfillment. It talks about a dream come true. It talks about someone that has indulged in their desires and their passions and their dreams. So I do feel that she may be intuitive enough to just know that she will succeed in life and that she will be able to accomplish her goals and her dreams. And if that is the case, that could explain why in her current energy we see this feeling where she feels a bit frustrated, that even though she has visualized her future and she knows she's going to succeed in accomplishing that, it's like she's able to see the end goal and she knows she will reach it, but then she can't really see the path or the journey from where she's at in her present moment and towards that future. So I do feel that gap is what's frustrating her a little bit. Is like, how can I get closer to my goals and my dreams when they feel so close yet so far? And I do feel that this Nine of Cups is a very positive card, but it does show that her worries and her insecurities just stem from the fact that she is aware of the journey ahead of her, but it hasn't been like completely spelled out to her. So what I mean by that is that she knows that she will succeed. She knows that she will be able to accomplish her dream, but she doesn't really know how to make that happen, so that could be a bit frustrating for her, especially if she feels like she's just walking in place and not really getting anywhere anywhere closer to her accomplishments or her dreams. And with the Page of Cups reverse, this tells me that her worries and frustrations could be hindering her creativity, her intuition a little bit, and also her emotions can feel a bit volatile. I don't think she's necessarily completely out of balance, and I don't think she's going through like a super rough time that will get in the way of her moving forward towards her dreams. As much as this Page of Cups, usually pages talk about baby energy, so very new, very inexperienced energy. And when it comes to cups, we're talking about intuition, creativity, and emotion. So this kind of just tells me that she is being very practical about her goals, and she's been sticking to reality. So her practical way of seeing her goals and her dreams could be getting on the way of allowing her to just dream and visualize her future, or just allowing her to romanticize the possibility of a optimistic future. I think she's been sticking too much to like the hard cold facts and the reality of things in such a way that she has disillusioned herself or has pushed herself to not be able to dream anymore. So I do feel that even though there's nothing wrong with having like a good head on her shoulders and having her feet planted groundly and firmly on her present moment, I do feel that this has caused her to not maybe trust her intuition as much, or to start doubting her path and her journey. So even though it is something that she really likes and something that she really wants, the best way I can say this is that spiritually she's throwing like a tantrum of sorts. And of course there's nothing wrong with this, and there's nothing bad, because honestly I understand this whole feeling of being like, there's something that I want, I feel like things are gonna be successful and I will get there, but then how do I get there? How is it going to happen? So I do feel that this doubt, even though it's normal, I do feel that she is still so inexperienced with these feelings that it can be a bit frustrating and overwhelming for her. And I think things are going to work out for her at the end. It's just part of her journey to understand these emotions, this way of thinking, and this way of viewing her life, or in working with manifestation and with spirit in her journey. But let's go on to the next section of her life, which is her love life. So what's going on with Pharita's love life? We have space. What's going on with her love life? We have space, trump with the keyword success, victory, achievement. We have daydream with optimism, illusion, and delure. How do you say that word? And we have friendship with team, connection, and network. This makes me think that in her love life, she feels like she is surrounded by people that support her and love her. So let me clarify what's the difference between what we see in her love life and what we saw in her career. Oh, no, I think it was in her current energy. So the Five of Pentacles, she felt like she was left out on her own. She felt like she was lacking something. She felt like she was left out in the cold to fend for herself and to do everything on her own. Keep this in mind. This is an internal doubt. This is an internal worry, because she feels like she is not getting any closer to achieving her goals and her dreams. She feels like she's walking in place. That's why she feels like she has to do everything on her own. However, in her love life, we're seeing how she knows that she is supported. She feels the support of the people around her, and she knows that she's surrounded by a team that will help her, and a team that will walk along her in this journey of what she is focusing on in her career. So let's go through the cards. This space card tells me that right now she has a lot of potential. This space is a blank canvas for me, and this shows that she has the potential to make anything happen, to manifest anything in her life. And maybe she may need space, or she may need some time to be on her own, to be able to heal what she has to heal, do the shadow work that has to be done, And also this space also makes me think that she may feel like a void or some sort of vacancy within her. There's like this feeling that she's missing something perhaps. So in her love life, she may have this idea that she may feel like something is missing and she doesn't really know how to fill up that space or that thought or that idea. But also this space makes me think that she may be aware that she can do anything that she sets herself out to do and accomplish in life, but maybe she doesn't realize her potential of accomplishing or making those goals and dreams into a reality. So what I mean is that she may not have experienced enough in her life to understand her ability to persevere and her determination to overcome obstacles. And the only way she will be able to understand her ability to do that is by facing obstacles. So I do feel that it's part of her journey to slow down. It is part of her journey to encounter challenges just like anybody else. But I do feel that she just hasn't really noticed the potential that she has, in the sense of like her personality, her skills, and her ability to just push forward. Like, I don't think she knows what she's capable of quite yet. Like, she can imagine, she just hasn't experienced what she hasn't experienced the determination that she has within her to accomplish her goals and her dreams. But as I was mentioning earlier, this cards that we see right here just kind of show that with a friendship card, she's aware that she is surrounded by supportive people, by a group of individuals that have a similar goal like her, and they do visualize a future that is successful and happy for them. So I do feel that this friendship could mean just friends as much as it could mean even her own team members and her group mates. She understands that she's surrounded by people that also want to succeed in the industry that they're in, people that are willing to put the hard work to improve, to make sure that the group continues being successful or that they do well as a team. So this tells me that she is surrounded by like-minded people that are just as ambitious as her and are also very determined and positive that they will accomplish those goals and those dreams. You know how they say that if you want to be successful in life, you need to surround yourself by successful people? And I do feel that she already has that. She already has a network, or she already has like a group of people that are very like-minded to her, that are very similar to her, or that they have a similar goal as her. And because of that, these people will be very good support in accompanying her in this journey, because they want to succeed just as much as her, and because of that, they will put just as much work to make that dream and that goal into a reality. So these cards just show me and tell me that she has a very good support system. So in her love life, we're not really getting romance as much as we were just getting that she's surrounded by people that care about her. The friendship card. She's surrounded by people that care about her and love her and want her to succeed. So they will support her emotionally, perhaps, in that area of her life. Or these cards are also showing that her group mates or the people around her, so like her staff and stuff, want the same thing as her, and because of that, they're going to pull their own weight to make sure that they all achieve their goal of success. So if they have the same goal, then they're all going to help each other and support each other in accomplishing that. So I do feel that she is surrounded by very good people. And in this case, good people means very ambitious people that are just as determined as her to just succeed in their career. The daydream card just makes me think of people that are visualizing their future. So I do feel that she's just surrounded by people that share the same vision as her, or, as I mentioned, have the same goal as her. And because of that, they'll be able to understand her and help her through that journey. But let's get some tarot to get any more information about her love life. So the card that fell is the Ace of Cups. So this is very promising. Here it has satisfaction, but it makes me think of someone that is overflowing with emotions, overflowing with abundance. So this kind of shows that she is surrounded by people that genuinely want to help her, that really care about her, that really love her, and that they have been with her since day one. So this shows that she's surrounded by people that trust that she will succeed, but she's also surrounded by people that treasure her so much that they will put a lot of work and effort as well to help her in her journey. So the friends that she has are friends for life. The friends that her support system are there to genuinely help her in her journey, and many of them have done so well for themselves or are doing well for themselves that they're able to share their abundance with her. So this makes me think as if someone is very optimistic and ambitious to the point that it's contagious to the people around her. Around them. So that shows that she is, Pharita is surrounded by people that will help her and influence her to stay positive and push forward, stay determined, and to feel supported. So I do feel that she is surrounded by people that are very supportive. So in her career, we may have felt these external influences that could bring down her positivity in her career. But I do feel that whoever she sees as a friend or whoever she has in her close circles is people that will definitely hype her up and fill her with and re-energize her with this energy that will help her continue forward in life. Okay, let's get one more tarot card. So the card that came facing up is the Magician with the word skill. So the Magician is Mercury energy, so this shows very fast-paced energy, and the Magician usually shows how this person and how they have the 4 suits in tarot, and it's supposed to symbolize someone that has all the tools to manifest whatever it is that they want to manifest. And the Magician is also supposed to show someone that is aware and is consciously manifesting their dreams and their goals. So this tells me that in her love life, she's surrounded by a supportive group of people that is actively working on achieving their own goals and their own dreams, and in extension helping her out. So again, this feels like this is talking about her group mates. It makes me think of the other members in BABYMONSTER, that there's many of them that have the same goal as her to succeed in the career that they're in the industry that they're in, and many of them are putting the time and effort to improve on their skills or to do the job and the projects that have to be done in order to be a step closer to achieving their goals and their dreams. So this Magician tells me that she's surrounded by people that are working very hard on themselves and are working very hard on accomplishing their dreams, and in extension it's helping her as an individual accomplish her own goals and her own dreams. This could be because these people are setting a good example for her. This could be because they're working with her in this, since they're a group, they're working together towards this goal. Or as much as this could just be people that are doing so well for themselves, that they're able to provide or extend a hand to help her, or extend this positive outlook and energy towards her that is, in a way, filling her with this new vitality and this new energy that will fuel her towards continuing towards her own dreams. So again, it feels like in her love life she's just surrounded by the right people in a way. This could be her group mates, but it could also just be staff as well. So the people that work behind the scenes are genuinely supporting her and wishing for her success, which definitely helps because no one's there to sabotage her that way, right? It felt weird. It almost felt like I'm over here saying there's no one that will get in her way. Which, that helps. Now let's go into the very last section of her reading, which is her healing messages. So let's see. Any healing messages that need to come through I almost dropped all the cards. But the first card that came out is a Skunk Spirit reverse with Know Your Worth. So with this card reversed, that made me think a little bit of what we talked about in her career. This whole idea of like she puts a lot of weight on her, or like what outcomes or what happens in her career, that I do hope that that doesn't actually affect her self-worth. Like her career is not everything. Like the industry that she's in is not everything. And what I mean by that is like there will be a lot of people that will love her for doing nothing, and there will be a lot of people that will hate her for doing nothing. And that's just how the industry works. And I do hope that she doesn't take too personally what people that don't know her and that have not even heard the work that she puts out there, but that have something negative to say. I hope that she doesn't take it too personally, because or that she doesn't take their words, and I hope it doesn't influence her idea of who she is and her value and her worth as a person. Again, is because she care, not that she care, it's because she puts so much, she's prioritizing her career so much that my only concern and my only fear is that she takes very personally if things don't work out in her career. So I'm not saying that she's going to fail, as much as I'm saying if like something doesn't do as expected in accordance to anyone. And by that I mean like if the fans go like, oh, we could have done better, or like if management is like, we were expecting these results and we didn't get there, I hope that she doesn't take it too hard on herself. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And in this Skunk Spirit reverse makes me think that that's the message here, is like working on making sure that she has a very clear idea of who she is as a person, what her strengths are, and understanding that that is the true value of who she is as a person. So even making a mistake, or if things don't really work out, it doesn't really, like, there's more value in her ability to grow and learn as a person than the mistakes that she may make in her life, if that makes sense. So if something doesn't work out, it's one thing, but what she does afterwards is kind of like what she should value a bit more, if that makes sense. It made me think of those times when it's like, it doesn't matter how many times you fail, make sure that you pick yourself back up more times than you failed. Something like that. Yeah. But let's see, what other healing messages are coming through for her? Perfect. So we have the Moth Spirit with Surrender Now. And we have... oh wait, hold on. And we have the Squirrel Spirit with Believe in Yourself. So all three cards are basically talking the same thing, is for her to trust, for her to believe. And in this case, it's like believe in the process, trust the process, believe in yourself, trust in yourself, have self-worth. There is this sense with the Moth Spirit, it makes me think of a sense of grounding, especially with all the red. It makes me think of the root chakra, which is about stability, grounding in the 3D or the physical world. And with the Surrender Now is very simple. It's something that we kind of saw a little bit of in her current energy. The whole idea of knowing what is within her control. And we talked about that in the Balance card in her career as well. This whole idea of like taking what is within her control and of course focusing on that, but then to not take it too hard, or to not take all of these responsibilities and unnecessary burdens to try to push for her dreams to come true, when she should just leave it to spirit, because there's some things outside of her control. So her environment, situations, timing, those are some things that she doesn't have full control over. Or like what I've mentioned quite often in like the career section of individual readings, is like this whole idea of like, if she puts the hard work in creating a project or a product, that is within her control. And then what happens afterwards, she should just leave it to the spirit. So it's like working hard on her skills to be a good singer, a good dancer, a good performer. And then she does what she has to do, and Spirit will make sure that the people that have to see it will see it, and making sure that fans do what they have to do in supporting them, if that makes sense, right? It's kind of like she has no control on people's opinions. She has no control over how successful her work will be the moment that it gets put out there into the world. So that's kind of where like the surrender now comes in. It's like what's within her control, she should work in that, and then she should just surrender and leave it to Spirit to allow that work to speak for itself, if that makes sense. And then with the squirrel spirit, with believe in yourself, again, is what we saw earlier with the skunk spirit. This whole idea of like she should just trust in the process, trust in the journey, do what she has to do, and then allow for the universe to do their part of the journey, their part of the work. It's like making sure that she doesn't stress and doubt and fear something that she doesn't have to be afraid of or worry about. There is, with the squirrel spirit, there is this sense of like going back to the Seven of Pentacles. It's like the seeds that she has planted, she should just let them grow. It's outside of her control for those seeds to grow, right? It's just a matter of time, it's just a matter of space, it's just a matter of allowing the energy to do what it has to do. You know, it made me think of like if you were to plant a seed, it's already growing, it's already like the little the little seed has already broken enough to allow this little plant to sprout, but she just hasn't seen the results yet because all the work has been happening underground, right? And I do feel that that's where she's at right now. Stuff is happening, things are working, she is still manifesting her dreams. It's just that she can't see it because it's behind the scenes. It's stuff that is indirectly going to help her. It's stuff that is like a domino effect, or like this snowball effect. Things are building up and it's going to be in her favor. It's just that at the moment she may not see how it's connected to her, or she may not see how her environment and the timing and the energy is accumulating to materialize into what she visualizes her future to look like, or for her dream to become a reality, basically. So I will leave it there. I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was another lengthy reading, but I do feel that it was very coherent. Like, it made sense. It was like there was a string that, or like a theme that we could see continuously in all of this reading. Like, at first all we saw was that she feels a bit stagnant and she feels like she's not really where she wants to be in her life, and she may feel like she has to do everything on her own. And then in her career we see that of course this is what she's prioritizing, and there is a promising future for her, and she is aware of that. However, there's some doubts and fears that are kind of kicking in the back of her mind and slowly coming to the forefront. And she doesn't really know how to deal with those emotions, and that's why she may feel a bit overwhelmed and a bit lost. But then we saw in her love life that there is this strong support system that she has that will continue helping her along her journey. And this is something very nice to have, because the journey ahead is one that she at the moment is not walking on her own, because she's in a group. And then in her healing messages we just kind of saw that she should focus on herself and what is within her power, and then just allow Spirit to do what they have to do, and understanding that things are happening behind the scenes, and just because she doesn't see results doesn't mean that her dreams are not manifesting. That is the best way I can summarize what this whole reading was about. So once again, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. And thank you so much for all the love and support you have shown me. Make sure that you also show a lot of love and support to Baby Monster. And yes. So I will see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you. And bye.